Damian, here, Chattanooga from the World Journal is a tight game, 6 minutes into the first quarter, and then we miss a few good looks. What's happened in the first quarter?
Is that what happened in the fourth quarter? I mean, we played a great 3 quarters, and they're a championship team, so we knew that the game would come down the stretch, and we would have to execute and get stops late. But we had slippage the whole entire game. We were locked in, and we defended really well. We made things a lot tougher for them over the course of tonight's game than we did in the first game, and it showed. We were in control of the game, and we slipped on those things. Offensively, we slipped. We started turning the ball over. Shots didn't go in, and we kind of, we stopped trusting what we were doing to put ourselves in that position that we had been in the entire game. And when you do that, a team like Golden State, they're going to take advantage of it. They're going to find a way to get it done, and that's what they did tonight.
On the aisle to your left, does this feel emotionally like the kind of night a team has to go through as part of the learning process, a young team, to grow from in the playoffs, these tough losses?
I think any loss in the playoffs is a tough loss, but tonight especially because we were in control of the game. We had opportunity to still win on the road. Things was going our way. We made shots. We played team ball. We really played hard defensively. We were playing a great game, and I think nights like tonight, they suck. It hurts to go back in the locker room after you play so well for so long, and you come back in there with an L. But it is a part of growth. The entire season has been growth for us, but nights like tonight, we got to close that out. We got to get that done, and it was just a missed opportunity.
Dame, when you were taken out there in the fourth quarter, it looked like you had a little exchange with Stotts. You kind of laughed a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that? And then did you feel like you needed a breather there?
We actually laughed because at the end of the third quarter, I looked on the board and my name was on the board. He was drawing the play and I was on the board, and I was like, okay, he gonna keep me in. We're gonna go for it. This is all we have. And when I was walking out of the timeout, he let me know that he was gonna give me a breather at some point. So like a minute and 15 seconds went by. That's what we laughed about. I was like, man, I didn't know you meant that fast. I would have just sat out to begin with, but we laughed about it. I came back a couple minutes later.
Dame, over here. What is it about this team and this season that leads you to believe you guys can recover from what was a pretty demoralizing loss?
Just because of the type of guys that we have. First of all, I know who I'm on the team with. I know the kind of guys I'm running with. And besides that, we've answered the call all season long. We've been in bad positions time and time again, and we've never shied away. We've never not answered the call, and I don't see why this time would be any different. In our last series against the Clippers, we went down 0-2. We went home. And the next 2 games, they were pretty much full strength. They had their guys, and we got it done those 2 games. And obviously Golden State is a different monster. But the same thing can happen, and, that's what we're going in there thinking and believing. And, we're back on our home floor, and we got to go out there and play a game like tonight, but finish it.
Dame, Mike Richmond, the Oregonian. Is there a sense from the guys that you let an opportunity slip tonight?
Definitely. Just as the game was winding down, I was just like, man, this was a perfect opportunity. We played how we talked about wanting to play in film. We played hungry. We played physical. We did it together. We were not fun to play against tonight, defensively or offensively. It wasn't easy. What we went out there and did. But I think it was maybe 6 minutes left. At that point, that's when you got to man up and you got to nut up and get it done. You got to scratch and claw and whatever is necessary. You got to go out there and do it. And I think that's where Golden State separated themselves. They became the championship team, and we started to kind of do things that wasn't going to give us a chance to win the game. And that was the difference in the game.
Damian, Sean Cunningham, ABC 10 Sacramento. Steve Kerr talked about Festus Ezeli's impact in that fourth quarter and the pressure he put on the guards. Did you see
anything from him that made life difficult for you guys in that fourth quarter?
I mean, you got to give credit to Festus just for being prepared. He hadn't been out there for pretty much the entire game, and then we were taking advantage of their pick and roll coverages with the big being back. We started to hit shots, and they put him in and had him come up higher because he can move. And they committed more attention to our guards, to myself and CJ. And I mean, I don't know. We gave the ball up and we were giving it to guys in the paint. So different people probably see different things. I thought Festus did a good job of just being a presence. But we made the plays that we've made all year, hitting the ball in the middle, and shots didn't go in.
Damian, through the first three quarters, you guys were able to answer basically every run that the Warriors came at you with. Every time the crowd would get into it, you guys were able to answer back. What was the difference in that fourth quarter that made it so you guys weren't able to do that?
I think the last run, they were desperate. The game was, it got to the point where it was win or lose. It wasn't another quarter after that. It wasn't, just stay with it. There was no more of that. It was, we got to do it now. And they played desperate, and, we just didn't respond to it well enough to finish the game.